What's going on, guys? I'm Dan. This is Scented Waters, and today we have a review for you from the House of Parfums Vintage. But before we go any further, how about you hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and hit that bell. So not too long ago, Parfums Vintage did a triple release, and today we have a review for you on one of the three. And this one's called Imbue. Imbue, whatever you want to call it, this is what it is. Before I get into the fragrance, how about I give you the notes? For the top notes, you have bergamot and violet leaves. For the mid, you have black tea, pimento, myrrh, and cinnamon. And for the base, you have tobacco leaves, olive wood, and musk. For the presentation, you have the similar box that they have all the way around, not like the Pineapple Vintage line, but just a little bit difference with the name of the front, Imbue, whatever, mural on the back. And for the bottle, you have this beauty right here. One of the complaints that I've had about Parfums Vintage in their presentation with their non-Pineapple Vintage line were the labels. The previous labels were this paper sticker that were on there that just had wrinkles on them that I personally did not care for, but apparently they've listened and maybe they've been in the works with it for a long time, who knows. But they came out with this nice sexy looking beast right here with that new crest on it, and what, I don't know, it just for me looks very sexy and sleek. So there's your bottle, same presentation, same type bottle, beast sprayer. So Imbue, whatever you want to call it, is Parfums Vintage take on Gucci Pour Homme 2. And honestly, it's still readily available, especially on discounter sites, but you can't find it in stores from what I've heard, but you can find them on the gray market and whatnot for a very cheap price. But the common complaint that is there for Gucci Pour Homme 2, especially for the previous batch or whatever you want to call it, before it was reformulated, was the longevity. It was a great smell, everybody loved it, very calming, but the projection and longevity just sucked. So Parfums Vintage did their little magic that they do with most fragrances and bump it up. So this is their take on it, and first thing that I smell when coming off of this, I'm guessing it's tea, but all I know when I smell this fragrance, it makes me want to go to sleep. It makes me want to just relax and chill. Before I get into the actual review of this fragrance, I've actually heard a lot about tea-based fragrances, and I never understood the hype or the following that people had when it came to tea-based fragrances. I drink tea all the time. It is what it is. It's a good drink, but I never thought it'd be a great smell. But I've heard a lot of people saying that it's very calming, very soothing, very relaxing. I didn't understand it. I don't get how that would come off on a fragrance. But after I smelled Imbue, whatever you want to call it, this bad boy right here is pretty much a staycation in a bottle. When you just want to, when you get home, you just spray this on, or after you take a shower, spray this on, and you just relax. This is like the great relaxing scent. You know what? Let me fall back. First thing I get when I smell this, I'm guessing it's tea, but honestly, it's just straight calming. All I smell is my stress going away. It might be a little bit exaggeration. This fragrance just hits certain particles or certain like nerves in my body that just relaxes me for some reason. It's such a gorgeous scent in my opinion. I had never smelled the original Gucci Pour Homme 2, and just by smelling this, it made me want to get the sample. So I hit up Dallas because he was doing a split of Gucci Pour Homme 2 just to see what the hype was about of the original. And to be completely honest, I saw the hype and I see the hype and I understand the hype. This is hype. Why there's not much talk about Gucci Pour Homme 2 as I feel that it should be is beyond me, but that means there's more for me, to be completely honest, because this one smells so good. But I did test it for a while. Just off of first sniff of the Gucci Pour Homme 2, I understood what everybody was talking about. It is that calming, it is that tea-based scent that is just so relaxing, to be completely honest. It's just something that you just want to smell when you get home. It's like aromatherapy. But the bad thing that I found about it is after about an hour or two, it was a very faint skin scent. And that's where Imbue came in. And I understood why Parfums Vintage did it. Even though it is a readily available fragrance, it is a very popular and great smelling scent that they just recreated and made it better, in my opinion. The first time that I actually wore Imbue, I actually wore it to work just to test it out. In all honesty, that was the laziest day I've ever had, in my opinion. It was just that relaxing. I just didn't feel like doing anything. Don't get me wrong, because my boss is probably still watching this. I was doing work. I did work. I did what I had to do, but I didn't want to do it because I just wanted to chill, in all honesty. So Imbue, in my opinion, is a very calming scent. Comparing Imbue with Gucci Pour Homme 2, they are pretty much spot on. If I were to give a percentage, I'd say 95% spot on. But the thing is, this one I feel is much better. Where I noticed that this was dying off after the hour and a half mark, Imbue was still kicking butt. When it comes to the one difference that I noticed about the fragrances besides longevity and projection, was that Imbue, compared to Gucci Pour Homme 2, was a lot denser. It's something that honestly felt just thicker, and not thicker as in like syrupy sweet, where this one just felt like a spray mist, and this one smelled like an actual something you were pouring. When it comes to times that I feel that this fragrance is good for, is more for the springtime, fall, hot fall, and also summer. For me, I feel it's greater for the indoor relaxing mood, but it also is a great outdoor fragrance. When it came to longevity and projection was about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Longevity was about, I'd say, 7.5 to 8 hours. But by the time the 8 hour came, it was a very faint skin scent. But honestly, I wasn't mad, to be completely honest, because it was about time for me to start doing work anyways. This fragrance I feel is a very good everyday type of scent. It could be someone's signature scent, but it's not really a formal scent. I wouldn't say it's in every occasion. Once again, I feel it's more for the casual, everyday, maybe even the beach, outdoor, relaxing type atmosphere. Not really so much of a formal situation, but obviously you can wear whatever you want, whenever you want. Giving Imbue a rating 1 out of 10, I give this a good solid 9.5. In my opinion, this is different from any other fragrance that I have in my collection. I have not found a fragrance that made me this relaxed and calm. I wouldn't say that it calms me down, but it gives me that vibe of a calm situation. So for me, I give this a good solid 9.5. I love this fragrance a lot. When I run out of this fragrance, will I buy another bottle? Yes, and that one will definitely be a 100 ml. I'm not sure if this comes in 100 ml, but for 50 ml, I think it runs for about $79. If not, I will put the link in the description area for the correct price. So there you go, guys. That's my take on Imbue from Parfums Vintage. Let me know in the comment section, have you smelled this fragrance? Have you smelled Gucci Pour Homme 2? Are you satisfied with the longevity and projection of Gucci Pour Homme 2? If not, you should definitely check this out, at least for a sample. Check it in the sample section. Imbue from Parfums Vintage. So damn relaxing, but at the end of the day, still scented water.